I grew up with probably three core emotions. I knew anger, I knew sadness, and I knew violence. Those were the emotions that I grew up witnessing and observing. So I developed a lot of shields around my own emotions just for pure survival and protection. That's not uncommon either. But I was so scared to ever admit any of my true feelings because I learned that if you talk about how you feel, then you're vulnerable. And so when
that
you
was bad.
that
Vulnerable
was
is bad.
Vulnerable is bad. And we're very often taught that. And again, from an evolution perspective, what does that mean in the wild? Vulnerability can be a life or death situation. 99.9% of the time in our modern world, vulnerable is just lowering your shield and allowing your true self, what you're actually thinking or feeling, to be shown. And I learned not to do that because for me, for survival was just staying out of the way, not really having emotions, and just kind of blending in just to survive. And so I learned all of these things later in life because I just learned habits and patterns just to get by. Those served me well as a young corporate employee. And then I realized it was burning me out. I realized that that's why I started with my experience, what I went through about 13 years ago, because my brain just had enough. I was so exhausted. I don't know what would have happened to me. So I learned as much as I could. And then I realized I have to share this. I have to share with my clients. I have to share with my colleagues. I have to share with anyone who will listen. And for me, it just came a transition. I've always loved personal development. I've always been fascinated by people. And as you know, being in the financial world, you're really already an advisor. You're really already a life coach in so many ways. So this is another component of really being a leader and helping coach people. So that's how I developed. And then I just got certifications and started learning more and more and more.